Hello everyone, welcome to Prime Home Dining. Today we're gonna do some traditional ultimate chicken piri piri. I hope you like it. We start by slicing the chicken in the middle. Just go nice and gently and make sure everything is steady. My table wasn't that steady at this time. Then we're gonna try and cut some parts we don't need, particularly the fat on it. You can slice on the sides. Turn the chicken around. Then we're gonna break the bones. That's gonna help out whenever it goes to the barbecue. After that we're gonna give some cuts to the chicken. That's gonna help the chicken cook much better, and that you'll make sure that isn't raw. You wouldn't want raw chicken. The cut's gonna be done in the leg parts and the breasts as well as the thighs, as you can see in there. Now we're gonna gently slice some garlic. For this recipe you're gonna need 2 cloves of garlic. Well, if you're a garlic lover you can put always 3. Coming to the seasoning, I put 3 pinches of salt. It's sea salt, not the thin one. And then pepper. Just make sure it will be spread out all over the chicken, so it's not really a measure for it. Next we get some paprika powder. You can get off any shop around. And you spread it all over the top. Is around 2 pinches of paprika. The same measure will be for the chili powder. Once again, you can get them from the shops. That's just some chili flakes. They normally come in those containers. They're quite spicy, so if you do like very spicy chicken, go ahead and put quite more. I put around 3 spoons. Then we got some white wine. I use a full glass of white wine, so it's around 300 ml, my glasses. And some piri piri sauce over the top. You can find a lot of different varieties of piri piri. Just pick one that you look more familiar with. Nandos does a really good ones. Some people may just put that piri piri over the top of the chicken. We add more to it, so it's more flavor. It's not just what is inside the piri piri sauce. There you are. If you follow my instructions, it should look like that. If not close enough, and then you want to turn around the chicken to make sure that all those cuts will absorb all the lovely flavors. After that you're gonna put in the fridge for at least 2 hours. If you are in a rush, you can do it at the time and just put it straight in the grill, but I recommend at least 2 hours. Now this is the piri piri sauce. We're gonna use whenever we start grilling the chicken and all the way through till the end. It's just to keep it moisture, so you need 2 cloves again. slice them, put in a container, and then you have some Piri Piri sauce, is around 3 teaspoons. The chili flakes, we're gonna put 2 spoons. And then you have the paprika. I decided to do like that this time so you guys can be more familiar with what kind of spices I used. So that's the chili powder over there, and you're gonna need around 2 pinches of each. Sea salt, 2 pinches as well. The Portuguese most loved one, olive oil, so that's 2 teaspoons as well. It's 2 teaspoons for everything. And this is a bit less wine, it's around 150 mils. This is Vinho Verde, by the way, guys. It's Albarinho wine, Portuguese, not Spanish. And then you just stir around. And yes, guys, it is a paintbrush over there. If you go anywhere over Portugal, if you go to that traditional Portuguese Piri Piri chicken restaurants, you're gonna see them using all those paintbrushes. So I decided to keep the tradition. After that, and as well as part of the prep for the grill, we're gonna need some peppers. I use 1 red pepper, a yellow, and then 2 corn in the cob. You're gonna make sure you slice just right there on the middle. It's very easy because the pepper sort kind of is marked where to slice. You can see the way I use the knife is not very professional. That's very dangerous, guys. But I promised you I fixed it straight away on it after. It's just a little bit of example how not to use the knife. I'm getting better over there. You want to make sure you take that white bits of the pepper. They always very bitter, and you don't want that to have them anywhere near your barbecue. I'm not trying to show you any technique, professional technique, guys. In fact, I'm not a chef myself. I am a waiter, and I'm a food lover as well. And this is one of my favorite dishes. So I'm just sharing with you what I'll do at my home, and that's the aim. It's something you can easily do at home, not a lot of technique, just passion. And that's your veg for the grill prep done. Should look like that. I put corn in the cob as well. It's just because it's a favorite one for all of us, so it cannot be missed. You'll not find that in Portugal. Rarely they use corn in the cob, but we're gonna do on this one. Next is gonna be the prep for the rice. Our rice is quite different than most rices, so this is our Portuguese version. We use onion, and then we thinly slice over there. And then you're gonna want some small cubes of the onion. If you're not of an onion lover, I know a lot of people that doesn't really like onion. Sometimes it's mostly because of the texture of it. So I recommend you to still put the onion on, just slice more thinly, because you're gonna notice that once you go to the rice, it will just disappear. On this rice recipe, we're gonna use some carrots as well. This one is already peeled, and then you just shred it on top of the onion. By the way, I'm talking about Spanish Albarinho. It is beautiful as well. But me being Portuguese, I prefer the Portuguese one. But if you ask any Spanish person, They will say they like the Spanish. Just one of those things. Then you want to make sure you mix the onion and the carrot all together. And it should look just like that. Next, salad. Very easy as well. You have the onion, tomato and lettuce. That's the Portuguese version of it. Sorry to be saying Portuguese so many times, but it's the way we do our salads. So onion, tomato and lettuce. Very simple. I did not bought a full lettuce. I just bought off my shop a bag. It's much easier. I believe it's less waste, and I don't really like to waste food. And it does the same job. Once again, this is for you to do it at home. Put the lettuce in. Then the onion, you want to spare all the little pieces. And then the tomatoes. Once again, the olive oil. This is around 4 teaspoons of olive oil over the top. If you don't really like olive oil, just put a bit less. Then 2 teaspoons of vinegar. 2 pinches of salt. I can't do what salt bay does, so I recommend normal. And some pepper. And finally, just blend all those flavors together. I did use my bare hands, although remember, we are at home and we want to make sure we're having a great time with no pressure. You plated up the salad. I always try and put the tomatoes just right over the top, just gives a better look once it goes to the table. So far the way we done the video is step by step, so if you wish to do this in the morning is even much better because it means at night time you just need to put the chicken in the grill. And that's the lovely salad there. So far this is your prep, and this is the end of part 1, guys. I hope you're liking so far. Please make sure you subscribe and watch part 2 of the video. Thank you.